want to congratulate everyone on our new president, our new vice president, especially a new vice president.
Yes.
So exciting and wonderful to welcome for the finally long overdue having a person of color and a woman in high office.
The White House.
Exactly. So important. And we were talking.
I don't know how to do it on the iPad. I don't have the directions.
Okay. Well, do you remember how I put a note? So you go to Notes and Rabbi Jim's Programs, and then just push the text, push the link that's in that note, and it'll pop up for you.
I love Harris's laugh. She has the most genuine laugh.
It's wonderful. All right, so we have two annexes. That's good. Okay. All right, so let's get started. We're on page 10 of our.
Rabbi Jim.
Yes, Ellen.
What is the vice president's name?
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, everybody. I'm going to put everybody on mute so that we can have our service. And if you need to say something, feel free to unmute and say it. But I'm going to put us on mute so that everybody can follow along with the service. We are on page 10. Yedid nefesh Rachaman Shohavdach El Chitzonah Yarutz Avdach Kamo Ayah Yishtachaveh Mol Hadarach Ye'eravo Yedidutak Mino V'tzuf V'chol Taham Adonai Ziv haolam nafshi cholat ahavatach ana elna chifana la beharud la Noam zivachas titchazek v'titrape v'haitzalach shivchat olai la 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 All right, so we are going to turn now to page 11. I invite you all to join me as we sing to Adonai and rise up to fill ourselves with thanks and to express those thanks, that sense of wonder we have when we look at the world and realize that we get to be part of it. Page 11. Lechu naranana l'Adonai Navriya litzo yishenu Nikadama fanav betoda Bizmirod Nariya lo Kiel Gadol Adonai Melech Gadol Kol Elohim Asher Biyado Mechei Haaretz V'tovot Harim lo. Great is God, a greater sovereign than all other deities. God's hands formed the earth's deep, mountain crests who are God's work. The sea is God's, for God made it. Dry land was fashioned by God's hand. Turn to page 12 at the little carrot. Arba'im Shana Akut Bidor Va'omar Amtu Elevavhem Behem Lo Yedu Derachai Asher nishbati v'api im yivon el menuchati. So now we are on page 13. Sorry, everybody. La, blah, la, 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 Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz Shiru Ladonai Baruch Hu Shemo Basaru Liyom Liyom Yeshuato Saparu Bagoyim Kivodo Bechol Ha'amim Mifleuta Lu Bagoyim Kivodo Bechol Mifleuta Igadol Adonai Umolam Le'yod Norahu Al Kol Elohim Roy Adol Adonai Umolam Le'yod Norahu Al Kol Elohim Yalla ya yalla la 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 yalla la 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 yalla la yalla la 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 yalla la 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 yalla la yalla la 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 yalla la yalla la 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 yalla la 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 All right. So we'll turn to page 15. Adonai malach tagel haaretz. Yismechu i'im rabim. Adonai reigns, let the earth be glad. Let the many islands rejoice. Clouds and thick darkness surround the divine. Righteousness and justice secure God's throne. Fire goes before God, consuming besiegers all about. All right. So we'll turn to the next page. Light is sown for the righteous. This is page 16. And joy for the upright. Rejoice in Adonai, all you righteous people, and thank God as you pronounce the divine holy name. All right, so at the little red dot on page 16. Oh, have Adonai sinura, shomer nafshot chasida miharishahim yitzilem, oh, zavru ala tzadik, urishrei lev simcha, simchu tzadikim b'Adonai, v'hodu lezecher kodsho. Page 17. Mizmor shiru l'Adonai shir chadash ki nifla utasa Hoshia lo yemino uzuro kodsho dia Adonai Yeshuato Le'enei hagoyim gilad tzidkato Zachar chasto ve'emunato Levet Yisrael La 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 Okay, so we'll turn the page again.
Can you tell me what the instrument is you're using?
Sure, it's called a cajon, a C-A-J-O-N, and it's a Latin percussion instrument, and so you sit on it, and so you can play the drums as you're sitting, and you only need one thing, which is great. So
yes, and it sounds also like a tambourine.
yeah, it has actually this one. Some of them have like snares from a snare drum in it. This one has flamenco guitar strings in it.
I see.
So I don't know. I mean, I chose this one because it was. I used to get these emails from the guitar store that would say, you know, super sale, buy this for half off, and I was like, oh, I've always wanted one of those things. Let me just get that one. So, I did a lot of research before getting it.
Really cool.
It's a very fun thing. It's great. So, yeah. So let's see. We're going to continue now with page. Page 23. We will do the Chadodi now and get all excited for the Shabbos Queen to come and join us right where we live. And this is one of those amazing things about Zoom. I was talking with someone today and saying how, you know, on one hand, it's kind of crazy that we're all in our own little spaces, but as we've gotten, as the pandemic has continued and we've done Zoom more and more, I feel more of a sort of a connection with people over Zoom as time goes on. And it's very interesting how the kind of circle of singing and dancing and prayer that we can do in a single room now somehow seems to be able to comprise, you know, 9 rooms or 20 rooms or whatever it is we've got. So we'll take it. So Lechadodi is on page 23. We'll sing the first 2 verses on page 23, then the middle verse on page 24, and the final verse on page 25. Lecha dodi likat kala la 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 yalla la yalla la b'nei Shabbat nekabela ha 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 lecha dodi likat kala yalla la yalla la yalla la b'nei Shabbat nekabela Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad Ishmiyanu El HaMeyuchad Adonai Echad Ushmo Echad L'Shemu Tiferet V'Lehi Tehillah Lecha Dodi Likrat Kalai Yalalai 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 B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Ha 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 Lecha Dodi Likrat Kalai Yalalai 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 B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Likrat Shabbat Lechu v'lecha Ki hi mekor Haberacha Merosh mikedem Nisucha Sof Maaseh B'machsheva Techila Lecha Dodi Likrat Kalai Lalai 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 B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Lecha Dodi Likrat Kalai Lalai 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 B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Hitorevi Kiva Orech Umi Uri Shir Bevi K'vod Adonai Alayk Kiva Lecha Dodi Likrat Kalai Alalai 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 B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Ha 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 Lecha Dodi Likrat Ka. Oh, sorry everybody, not sure what happened there. Oh no. There we go. Okay. Likrat Kalai Yalalai 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 B'nei Shabbat Nekabela. And I invite you to rise as you are able for the final verse, as we welcome the Shabbat bride into our midst and into our souls. Boi v'shalom atet ba'ala Gam b'simcha uv'tzola Toch emuneh am segula Boi chala, boi chala Lecha Dodi Likrat Kalai Yalalai 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 B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Ha 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 Lecha Dodi Likrat Kalai Yalalai 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 B'nei Shabbat Nekabela ha 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 Lecha Dodi Likrat Kalai Yalalai 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 B'nei Shabbat Nekabela ha 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 Lecha Dodi Likrat Kalai Yalalai 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 B'nei Shabbat Nekabela. All right. My dog is not happy with me. She wants her dinner. She does not want to wait until after Shabbat services for her Shabbat dinner. But she's just going to have to. It's the way it works.
That was good energy, that song.
It's a great energy. I love that one. That one is found. There's a synagogue in Jerusalem that plays that version. It's really a nice. And you can sort of imagine that tune with, hundreds of people singing as opposed to 9. It's really something. So, all right. So this is page 27, Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat, a psalm, the song for the Sabbath day. It is good to thank you, Adonai, to sing of your great name, Most High, to proclaim your love at daybreak and your faithfulness each night. Finger the lute, pluck the harp, let the sound of the lyre rise up. You gladden me with your deeds, Adonai, and I shall sing of your handiwork. How wonderful are your works, Adonai, how subtle your designs. The arrogant do not understand, the fool does not comprehend this. The wicked flourish like grass, and every evildoer blossoms only to be destroyed forever. But you, Adonai, are exalted for all time. So we'll turn to the following page, page 28. The righteous flourish like the date palm, thrive like a cedar in Lebanon, planted in the house of Adonai. They flourish in our God's courtyards. In old age they remain fruitful, still fresh and bountiful, proclaiming Adonai is upright, my rock, in whom there is no flaw. Tzaddik tamar yifrach ke'eres balvanon yisgeh shetulim beveit Adonai b'chatzrut Eloheinu yafrichu od yenun b'seva t'shenim v'ra'ananim yiyu lehagid ki yashar Adonai tzui velo avalat abo. On the page 29, Adonai is sovereign, robed in splendor, girded in strength. The earth stands firm, not to be dislodged. From earliest time you were enthroned, you are eternal. The rivers rise up, Adonai, the rivers raise up their roar, the rivers raise up their waves. Mikolot ma'im rabim adirim mishpirim adibam aram Adonai edotech ne'emnu me'od leveitcha nahava kodesh Adonai liorech yamim. All right, so Mourner's Kaddish we cannot say because we only have 9. But if you are, we're hoping to say Kaddish tonight, please feel free to share the name of the person you're remembering, and we will say the alternative prayer there on the side of the page. It doesn't seem like anyone is. Oh, go ahead, Ann. You have to unmute yourself.
Esther Bluestein.
The Bluestein. Okay. Okay, great. Annette, did you have somebody?
Yes, Louise Landau.
Luis Landau. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So, Ribono Shaloilam, Elohai, Habruchoch, Lecho Basar, Master of the world, God of the Spirit of all flesh, it is revealed and known before you that it is our fervent desire to praise your name and to remember and honor our beloved friends and family who have passed away by reciting the Mourner's Kaddish in the company of a minyan. May our presence here today with our community find favor in your eyes and be accepted and received before you as if I had prayed the Kaddish. May your name, Adonai, be elevated and sanctified everywhere on earth, and may peace reign everywhere. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Praised be the name of the one whose glorious sovereignty is forever and ever. Oh, say shalom Imrama. Ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. V'imru amen. Ya'aseh shalom shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom shalom aleinu Yal Kol Yisrael.
Rabbi,
Yes.
Esther was my mother-in-law.
Oh, wow. Wow. How long ago did she pass away, Ann?
Well, it's been several years, but she was 104 or
Wow.
105 when she
Wow. That's
was
amazing.
born near Odessa, Russia, and came to the States as a 9-year-old.
Amazing.
Rabbi,
Yes, Annette.
Louise, I knew her for 20 years.
Did you know her only from 1550 Beacon Street or other places too?
From 1550 Beacon Street.
Yeah. Louise Landau is recently passed away, somewhat recently, and within the last couple of months. Actually, no, last couple of weeks, I think, Annette, right? Is that right?
It's January 8th.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Really, really recently. She was a wonderful,
Is it-
wonderful friend.
How long is Kabbalat Shabbat? Because I
About
don't
another
know.
half hour. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I just wanted to say, I just learned this about Louise, and
Yeah.
it's shocking. I knew Louise, so I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's really sad. I hadn't known about it, and then Gail included her in the recent memorial service we
right.
did, and that's how I learned about it. So, yeah, it was really a surprise, unfortunately. Yeah. All right, so we will now turn on to page 39A for we won't say Baruch Hu because we were only 9, but we will continue with the first bracha before the Shema, celebrating light. Baruch Ata Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession.
I don't know where you are.
We're on page 39A. Do you have a book, Annette?
I have a book, yeah, but I'm using the iPad.
Okay, well, we're on page 39A on the left side of the page where it's English.
Okay.
Okay, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rules light before darkness and darkness before light, who makes day pass into night, who distinguishes day from night. Adonai Tzevaot is your name, living and ever-present God. May your rule be with us forever and ever. Baruch Ata Adonai, who brings each evening's dusk. Uma'avir yom umehivi laila, uma'avdil ben yom uven laila, Adonai Tzevaot shemo. El Chai v'kayam, Tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch Ata Adonai Hamariv Haravim. Page 40. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Hamecha Havta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Al ken Adonai Eloheinu B'shochvenu uvkumenu Nasiach b'chukecha V'nismach b'divrei Toratzecha Uv'mitzvotzecha Le'olam va'ed Ki hem chayenu ve'orech yamenu uvehem nege yomam v'layla yomam v'layla Ki hem chayenu ve'orech yamenu uvehem nege yomam v'layla V'yabatecha Al tasem imenu le'olamim Baruch Ata Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael El Melech Ne'eman Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Vayed. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. And we'll continue on page 42. V'haya im shemot tishmu mitzvot. Page 43. Emet ve'emunah kol zo v'kayam aleinu ki hu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ein zulato v'anachnu Yisrael amo. This is our enduring affirmation binding on us, that Adonai is our God and there is none other, and we Israel are God's people. God is our sovereign, redeeming us from earthly rulers, delivering us from the land of all tyrants, bringing judgment upon our oppressors and just retribution upon all our mortal enemies. Okay, we'll turn now to page 44. U'malchuto b'ratzon kibulu aleihem Moshe u'Miriam u'vnei Israel lecha anu shira b'simcha rabba v'yameru chulam mi chamocha b'elim Adonai mi kamoka Nedar b'kodesh norah tehilot Osefele malchutecha ra'u vanecha bokeyam lifnei Moshe ze'eli anu v'yameru Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed v'ne'emar ki fada Adonai et Yaakov ugalo mi'ed chazak mimenu Baruch ata Adonai gal Yisrael. Page 45. Allow us, Adonai our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel, and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us, remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch ata Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, Baruch ata Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim. Okay. All right, so now we will sing the Shamru. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורתם ברית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת, לדור אותם ברית עולם. בין היא ובין בית ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת, לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת, לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת, לדורותם ברית עולם. All right, so our custom in this minyan is to chant the first three brachas of the Amidah, and then to continue silently. So I invite you to rise as you are able, and we will start the chanting. Okay. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor v'Hanora El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim ve'Koneh HaKol, v'Zocher Chasdei Avot ve'Imachot, u'mevii Goel livnei v'neihem, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ופוקד שרה, אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל HaKadosh. And we'll continue silently. אתה קדוש, יקרתי גשרים השביעי, לשמך את אחרי מעשה שמיים בארץ. יום אחרי ישראל תפילתם וישב וגדולה ליבי ביתך, אישי ישראל תפילתם ברצון אותי לעצות תמיד עבודה ישראל מודים אנחנו לך שאתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו לעולם בית צורכנו מגן אישינו אתה הוא לדורותינו נודה לך נספר תורתך ואחים ישראל. All right, so we'll come together on page 51 for Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amecha Nasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amecha Nasim Leolam. Ki ata Melech Adon Lechol HaShalom. Ki ata Melech Adon Lechol HaShalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amecha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amecha Tasim Leolam. V'to beinecha libarei et Amecha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. Tasim leolam, tasim leolam. All right, so we will continue with Misha Berach, which I don't have, unfortunately, on the screen. I have to go find it later, but I don't think we'll take the time to do that now. But I'll stop the share and invite people to unmute themselves and to remember people who are in need of healing. Whom are you remembering tonight? So Ellen Sorrow, is there anyone you're remembering tonight for healing? You're muted is the thing. Yeah, you're muted, Ellen. I can't hear you. Yeah. Ellen, you're muted. You're muted. I can't hear you. You need to unmute. There we go.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Long.
It's been a long day.
Yes, and that's what I was saying. It's for everybody because we're all exhausted.
Yes. After the elation of Wednesday, we are now coming back down to earth and realizing how exhausting the journey is going to be. Not that it's not worth making, just that it's going to be exhausting. Yeah.
Wonderful kind of exhaustion.
Exactly. Anne, go ahead.
Carly Rosenbaum.
Thank you. Sandy?
Ellen Zuniga, David Engel, Yair and Rosemary Alroy, Elaine Skolnick, Alvin Glazerman.
Thank you. Annette?
Louise Landau.
Okay. Carol?
Lori Wasserman.
Thank you. I was going to mention Lori as well. And Naftalia Gittel and my cousin Tamar Bat Miriam and my father. Okay, so Misha Berach. Is
Oh,
Lori's on the call, but I don't know if she feels like coming on. So,
okay.
yeah.
My screen just changed to Fidelity.
Oh, that is very strange.
Yeah.
Not sure
It
what's
just
going on there.
changed.
That's very strange. Not sure what's going on there, but
How do I back out of this?
I wish I could tell you. I'm very sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can pull up the Misha Berach. Give me one moment. There we go. Oh, actually, no, we've got to go here. Sorry, everybody.
I lost the connection.
No, you're still with us. You're still with us. I'm not sure what's going on.
The picture is Fidelity, not you.
That's weird. Well, maybe so maybe double click the home button and push Zoom again.
Okay, that worked.
Great.
Ceiling is beautiful.
Oh boy, come on. Boy, this is really irritating. You know, we're just gonna play it, guys, because now this is somehow I've
Did
managed.
we say Kaddish?
We
Yes, we did.
did. We did.
Okay.
We did. Yep, we did. Hold on, everybody. I apologize. This is really bugging me here. Not sure what's happening. Okay. Okay. All right.
Is Lori Wasserman sick?
She must be because
On our Zoom.
yeah.
Because Carol said her name.
Carol's saying Misha Berach for her. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Misha Berach. I'm gonna mute it. I'm gonna mute everybody again, guys. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, this is just really problematic tonight. What is going on? What? Sorry, everybody. Oh, there it is. There you are. Okay. Not sure what's going on here tonight. All right. We're going to mute everybody again and start over. There we go. Okay. There we go. Misha Berach Avotenu Mekol HaBeracha May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing and let us say Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekol HaBeracha Avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Okay. All right, so we'll go back to our share and we will turn to, there we go. We will turn to page 56. Actually, no, wait a second. We're going to turn to page 55 for our Kiddush. We'll invite Ann to unmute herself. And before Ann start, well, actually, that's fine. And why don't you get started, and I'll say what I have to say after we've said Don Olam, or before Don Olam.
I polished my Kiddush cup today
Good for you.
in honor of our new president and vice president.
There we go. Lovely.
All of us who appreciate Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodesho, v'ahava ratzon hinkilanu, zikaron lamase, Doreshi, Yom Techila, Amitzray Kodesh, Zecher Litzion, Mitzrayim, Kivan, Baharta, Yotan, Kigashta, Mikol Hamim, Shabbat, Kodesh, Yahavaru Ratzon, Hikotan, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh, HaShabbat. Amen.
So we've had a request for the prayer for the country. So usually the prayer for the country is said only on only on Shabbat morning, but so let's save the actual Shabbat the morning prayer for the country for tomorrow morning. But I think let's just take a moment and maybe everyone who feels so moved can add a word or two of blessing for our country at this auspicious moment. So I'll just go around the room and invite people, if you would like to unmute yourself and say something, a word of blessing for our country or for our new leaders, please feel free to do so. And if you don't feel so moved, then you don't feel any pressure to do it. Okay, Ellen, would you like to say in Cambridge, Ellen Sorrell? You have to unmute yourself, though. Hold on. Yeah, you do have to unmute yourself. We can't hear you. All right, so let's go on to. I'm going to ask Ellen in Cambridge to unmute herself, and we'll continue with Ann.
It was so refreshing. I felt such a sense of calm and peace and hope. And the young woman who read her poem was fantastic.
Phenomenal. Ellen in Cambridge. Nope, you just muted yourself again.
Oh,
There you go. There you go.
I wish for safety and strength and energy for all putting the pieces of our country into better order.
Thank you. Sandy.
I wish that the current leadership, that means Biden, should have some guidance. He was definitely my choice over Trump, but Biden has had a pretty unsavory record. He would never have been my first choice. He's an 80-year-old man
78.
who's not been that upfront throughout his career, which I followed. But we really didn't have that much of a choice, and I'm grateful that it went as well as it did.
Right. So we can wish, we can pray for God to bless him and to give him clear vision and the strength to do what he needs to do. And the support, of course, of his advisors, especially his primary advisor, the Vice President Kamala Harris. Annette or Stuart or Carol?
Well, I'm not very good at blessings. I would just like to say that I feel like we should pray for the leadership, both Democrats and Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
They need help.
Yes.
They need a lot of help. So as many prayers as we can get should
Absolutely.
go to them.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. I really want, I also want to pray for the leadership, and I want to pray that the leadership of this country, especially the leadership of the Republican Party,
I second that.
he can really put the needs of the country, the needs of the citizens, the needs of the real people who are suffering in their districts above whatever sort of political gain they think they can get by obstructing the workings of the government, and that they'll actually govern. That's my prayer, that they will see fit to stop obstructing and begin to govern.
On that note, I just wanted to add, early this morning, I heard Mitch McConnell speaking, and they're fighting still about sharing power even after the election.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
I became so upset. I dropped what I was doing. I looked up my senators who are Democrats. I found them. I called them, got voicemail. I emailed them. I found where to email them, and I sent them such a rant to Ed Markey. Stop the filibuster. You know,
Yep.
they have right now is call for big change, big moves in order to govern.
In order to govern, and in order to save the families of this country that are.
You know, so
Yes.
I sent out such a rant, it was unbelievable. But I feel that all constituents should do that. They
Absolutely. They need to hear it. They need to hear it. 100%. 100%. All right. Well, thank you for this suggestion, and I agree. We need as many prayers as we can get. So let's do the Elenu, page 56, which in the Elenu is really a prayer about unity.
I just want to add a
Oh,
prayer
sure, Annette. Please.
that the country can be at peace finally.
Yes. Thank you, Annette.
We hope.
That is a really worthy prayer. And I just want to point out that that the poet, who's Angela Gorman, right? That's what her name is. She invoked one of the lines that's in the Elenu prayer in her poem, right? Which is about unity, right? It's about overcoming all the various differences, not necessarily by papering over differences or making everybody the same, but by recognizing the core unity of all people and the core unity of all being, and that's one of the big tenets of Judaism, that we all are very, very different, yet there is something that brings us all together, and that's what we need to that's what we really need to focus on. All right, so page 56, I invite you to rise as you are able. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol la'teit gudula liutzeh bereshit shelo asanu kagoyei haratzot v'lo samanu kamishpachot ha'adama shelo sam chelkenu kahem v'goralenu kechol hamonam v'anachnu kor'im u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamalachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shehu notei shamayim v'yoser haaretz Moshav yikaru b'shamayim imav U'shchinatu zo B'govei meheromim Hu Eloheinu enod Emet malkeinu efesulato Kakatu v'tochato v'yadata hayom v'yashivota el levarecha Ki Adonai hu Elohim b'shamayim imah v'al ha'aretz mitachat enod. Page 57. Al ken nechav elach Adonai Eloheinu l'rab me'eret tefer tuzeh. כי המלכות שלך היא, ולמעט תמלוך בכבוד, ככתוב בתורתך. אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא, יחיה אדוני אחד, ושמו echad. All right, so thank you everyone for coming together tonight. When Anne was doing the Kaddish, I was thinking that it would really be wonderful if we could have some of your voices as part of the service. So if anyone would like to, especially since we're doing this B'nai Mitzvah thing, if anyone would like to take on part of the service, whether it's a prayer in English, a prayer in Hebrew, just please let me know, and I would be very, very happy to be quiet while other people speak up. So just, you can let me know now, you can let me know in the chat, you can let me know by email or by telephone, and that would be great. All right, so I think we're going to end tonight with 8 Dodim Kala. So I'll sing the words for the first verse, and then we'll revert to Nigun, a song without words, so that everyone can sing along behind the mute without having to worry about what the words are. Okay, so this will be our final. The words mean, by the way, it's the time for love, my friend, my bride, come into my garden. The pomegranates are blooming, and the grapevines are in bud, or vice versa. I think it's the grape leaves might be blooming, and the pomegranates are in bud. Hey, Dodim Kala, oh Yelgani, hey, Dodim Kala, oh Yelgani, hey, Dodim Kala, oh Yelgani, hey, Dodim Kala. Oh, Yelgani, Aparecha Gefen, Ene tu Arimoni, Aparecha Gefen, Ene tu Arimoni, Aparecha Gefen, Ene tu Arimoni, Aparecha Gefen. Dodim Kala, oh Yelgani, Dodim Kala, oh Yelgani, Dodim Kala, oh Yelgani. Dodim Kala, oh Yelgani, Dodim Kala, oh Yelgani, Dodim Kala, oh Yelgani, Dodim Kala. All right, everyone. Good Shabbos.
Shabbos.
great to have you all. Great to be with you. Thank you. And again, another mazel tov on our transition, and let's send all of our prayers and best wishes and hopes up or in or however we send them, so that they reach all the center, the center of the universe, and come out again and bear wonderful fruit for our democracy.
Thank you.
All
Shabbat
right.
shalom. Bye
Good
bye.
Shabbos, everybody.
Good Shabbos. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow morning.
Shabbat shalom. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.